Hey guys, I'm Erin Hay. Welcome to my channel Money Talk Hub. Retiring at 55 feels like a dream. The idea of leaving the daily grind behind and having the freedom to travel, pursue hobbies, or spend more time with family is incredibly enticing. But here's the truth: retirement isn't just about walking away from work. It's about creating a financial plan that lasts for decades. One of the most misunderstood pieces of that puzzle is Social Security. Claiming it early might seem tempting, but it comes with real consequences that you can't afford to ignore. When you retire at 55, you're stepping out of the workforce long before you're eligible to collect full Social Security benefits. The program was designed around a timeline that rewards people for waiting until full retirement age, which is usually between 66 and 67. Depending on your birth year, claiming benefits early, even just a few years ahead of that, reduces your monthly checks permanently. That reduction might not feel huge at first, but over the course of 20, 30, or even 40 years in retirement, it can add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost income. Beyond the numbers, early retirement introduces what experts call longevity risk. You have to plan for a longer period without regular paychecks, and Social Security isn't available to bridge that gap until you reach at least 62. That means your savings, investments, or any other passive income streams have to cover all living expenses, healthcare, and emergencies for several years on your own. Without a well-structured plan, that freedom you're chasing can quickly become stress and financial strain. The good news is that there are strategies to mitigate the impact. Some retirees combine partial withdrawals from retirement accounts with delayed Social Security claiming, allowing their benefits to grow. Others may work part-time or start new ventures that generate income, effectively bridging the gap until full benefits kick in. It's all about making intentional choices rather than reacting to circumstances. Every decision you make now affects the security and comfort of your future self. Finally, you have to think of Social Security as part of a bigger picture. It's not the foundation of your retirement plan, it's a supplement. Your personal savings, investments, IRAs, 401(k), pensions, and other assets are the real pillars that will support your lifestyle in retirement. Social Security fills in the gaps, providing a reliable monthly check. But relying on it too heavily or claiming it too early can undermine your financial independence. By understanding the timing, impact, and integration of these resources, you give yourself the power to retire confidently, even at 55, without sacrificing the quality of your life. Retiring early is possible, but only when it's done with a clear, deliberate strategy. Social Security is not just a benefit, it's a tool. Use it wisely, coordinate it with your savings, and plan for the unexpected. That's how early retirement transforms from a dream into a secure, sustainable reality. Claiming Social Security early can feel like an attractive option, especially if you've worked hard and you're ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor. At 55, the idea of having a steady monthly check arriving from the government might seem like the perfect safety net to support your newfound freedom. But here's the thing: Social Security wasn't designed to reward early retirement. The system is structured to encourage people to work until full retirement age, which typically falls between 66 and 67, depending on your birth year. When you decide to claim benefits before this milestone, the program applies a permanent reduction to your monthly payments. This isn't just a small tweak. It can be a substantial cut that lasts the rest of your life. The math behind this reduction is straightforward, but its consequences are often underestimated. For each year you claim before your full retirement age, your benefits decrease by a certain percentage, which compounds over time. This isn't a temporary deferral, it's permanent. So, while collecting Social Security at 55 might give you some immediate cash flow, the long-term impact is significant. If you live 30 years or more in retirement, the cumulative loss from early claiming can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars. What feels like a short-term gain ends up being a permanent penalty. It's also important to recognize that Social Security benefits are calculated based on your highest, earning 35 years. If you retire early, you're likely capping the growth of your earnings record, which can further reduce your benefits. Essentially, you're taking a double hit. First, from claiming early, and second, from missing out on potential future income that could have increased your Social Security payout. The effect isn't just financial. It can shape the entire way you approach retirement, influencing how much you can spend each month, how you plan for healthcare costs, and even your ability to travel or enjoy leisure activities without worry. Many people don't fully appreciate that Social Security is designed as a lifetime benefit. Unlike a one-time lump sum, it's a consistent, predictable stream of income that adjusts for inflation. Reducing it permanently changes the financial foundation of your retirement. It's not just a number on paper. It's your security, your freedom, and your ability to live comfortably without stress. Understanding this reduction allows you to make smarter decisions. You might realize that delaying your claim by even a few years could increase your monthly benefit by 30% or more, which adds up dramatically over time. Finally, early claiming has an emotional and psychological cost. Many retirees who take Social Security early report feeling constrained in how they spend their money, constantly calculating whether they can afford certain expenses. In contrast, those who wait until full retirement age or later often feel more confident and empowered because they've maximized the resource available to them. It's a classic case of short-term desire versus long-term benefit. The immediate satisfaction of extra cash now can compromise decades of financial stability and peace of mind. In short, while early Social Security may seem appealing at 55, the permanent reduction in benefits is a reality you cannot ignore, and planning around it is critical to achieving a secure and fulfilling retirement. Retiring at 55 is exciting to think about. No more alarms, no more commute, no more office politics. But the reality of managing your finances during that extended retirement period is where most people stumble. One of the biggest challenges early retirees face is longevity risk, the uncertainty of how long they will live, and more importantly, how long their money needs to last. When you retire earlier than the traditional age, you're committing to funding a lifestyle for a much longer period without the steady paycheck you once relied on. Social Security, for all its benefits, won't start until at least 62, which leaves a substantial gap of several years, during which your own savings and investments must cover all living expenses. This gap introduces a crucial need for careful cash flow planning. It's not just about having enough money in your retirement accounts. It's about ensuring that the withdrawals are timed, diversified, and sustainable. If you underestimate the pace at which you spend, or overestimate the returns on your investments, you could quickly find yourself running low well before Social Security benefits arrive. Many early retirees are surprised by the hidden costs that emerge once they're living full: time without income, healthcare premiums, maintenance for your home, transportation, and even the occasional unexpected emergency. Without a deliberate strategy, those early years can become a financial tightrope walk. Longevity risk doesn't just affect the first few years of retirement, it impacts decades. Retiring at 55 means planning for potentially 30 or more years of living expenses, which is significantly longer than retiring at 65. This extended horizon forces you to be disciplined with both spending and investing. High return, high risk strategies might seem tempting to grow your nest egg faster, but they also expose you to market volatility that could erode your savings just when you need them most. At the same time, being too conservative might leave your money stagnant and insufficient to cover inflation and rising costs. Balancing risk and security becomes a daily consideration when retirement begins earlier than expected. Another aspect of longevity risk is the psychological effect of financial uncertainty. Knowing that your money has to last much longer than usual can create stress and anxiety, even if your portfolio looks strong on paper. Every financial decision, from traveling to purchasing a new car, becomes a calculation, potentially limiting the freedom that early retirement promised. Social Security is meant to provide a baseline of stability, but claiming it early or relying solely on personal savings without a plan can magnify this stress. Ultimately, understanding longevity risk is about more than just dollars and cents. It's about preparing for the life you want to lead after work ends. Early retirement can be incredibly fulfilling, but only if your cash flow strategy is robust and your planning accounts for decades of living without regular earned income. By carefully mapping out how long your money needs to last, coordinating withdrawals from various accounts, and factoring in Social Security timing, you protect both your finances and your peace of mind. Without this attention, even the dream of retiring at 55 can quickly become a struggle to make each month work, undermining the very freedom you sought. When it comes to Social Security, timing is everything. The age at which you choose to claim your benefits can have a dramatic impact on the total income you receive over your lifetime, and understanding your options is critical for anyone considering early retirement. Strategic claiming isn't about finding a loophole or a trick. It's about making intentional choices that maximize your resources, coordinate with other income streams, and provide long-term financial security. Many people make the mistake of claiming Social Security as soon as they're eligible at 62 without realizing the lasting consequences of that decision. While the immediate cash flow is appealing, the reduction in monthly benefits is permanent, and it can affect your financial flexibility for decades. One strategy is to delay claiming until full retirement age or even beyond. For each year you postpone benefits past your full retirement age, your monthly payments grow, often by 8% per year up to age 70. This compounding increase can result in significantly higher lifetime income, especially if you live well into your 80s or 90s. It's not just about the number on your monthly check. It's about creating a buffer that protects you against inflation, unexpected expenses, and longevity risk. By waiting, you essentially secure a larger, more reliable stream of income that can cover basic living costs, medical needs, and even discretionary spending without depleting your personal savings too quickly. Strategic claiming also involves coordinating Social Security with your other financial resources. If you have retirement accounts, a 401k, or other investment portfolios, the timing of your Social Security benefits can influence how and when you draw from those accounts. For example, you might choose to withdraw from taxable or tax-advantaged accounts first, allowing your Social Security benefits to grow for a few more years. This approach not only increases the ultimate size of your benefits, but can also reduce the risk of running out of money early in retirement. Similarly, if you have pensions or other steady income streams, combining them with a delayed Social Security strategy can provide a predictable, diversified cash flow that covers expenses comfortably. Another important element of strategic claiming is flexibility. Life is unpredictable. Health issues, changes in market conditions, or even family responsibilities can require adjustments to your plan. By understanding the rules and options for Social Security, you maintain the ability to pivot without jeopardizing your financial security. For instance, some people choose to claim a partial benefit early and then switch to a spousal or delayed benefit later, which can optimize lifetime income in complex family situations. The key is to think ahead, consider multiple scenarios, and make decisions that support both your short-term needs and long-term goals. Social Security is often seen as the cornerstone of retirement, but in reality, it's just one piece of a much larger financial puzzle. Relying on it alone is risky, especially if you plan to retire early. To build a secure and comfortable retirement, Social Security must work in harmony with your personal savings, investments, and other income sources. Understanding how these elements interact is essential for creating a retirement plan that actually supports the lifestyle you want, rather than one that simply scrapes by. Your personal savings, whether in a 4-to-1 Tyche IRA, Roth IRA, or brokerage account, are the primary foundation of your retirement. These funds are fully within your control, unlike Social Security, which has fixed rules and potential political uncertainties. By prioritizing savings and investing wisely, you give yourself the flexibility to retire earlier or later depending on your circumstances. For instance, having a robust portfolio allows you to delay claiming Social Security, which increases your monthly benefits and creates a stronger long-term income stream. Conversely, without sufficient savings, early retirement may force you to claim Social Security prematurely, locking in reduced benefits that can't be reversed. Investments, particularly those that grow over time, are another critical component. Stocks, bonds, and real estate can generate income that bridges the gap between retirement and the start of Social Security benefits, or supplement them once you begin collecting. The key is to have a diversified portfolio that balances growth with stability, so you're not forced to sell assets at a loss during market downturns. Strategic allocation of investments ensures that your retirement income is sustainable, helping you maintain your desired lifestyle without over-reliance on any single source of money. Pensions and other fixed income streams also play an important role in this integration. If you have access to a pension, annuity, or rental income, these can be coordinated with Social Security to provide predictable monthly income. This reduces your dependency on withdrawing from investment accounts too quickly and allows your portfolio to continue growing, maximizing lifetime wealth. Treat Social Security as the final piece that complements these other sources rather than the main pillar of your retirement plan. Finally, understanding how Social Security interacts with taxes, healthcare costs, and inflation is crucial. Your other savings and income streams can help absorb these variables, making your retirement more resilient. For example, having taxable accounts gives you flexibility to manage tax brackets strategically, while a solid emergency fund protects you from unexpected healthcare expenses. Social Security alone cannot account for these complexities, which is why integrating it with a comprehensive financial plan is so important. In short, Social Security is not a stand-alone solution. It's a reliable supplement, but true financial security in retirement comes from carefully orchestrating your savings, investments, pensions, and benefits. When these elements are aligned, you gain both freedom and peace of mind. By approaching retirement with this integrated perspective, you ensure that Social Security enhances your financial plan instead of limiting it, allowing you to retire confidently, comfortably, and on your own terms. Ultimately, strategic claiming is about control. Social Security is a powerful tool, but like any tool, its effectiveness depends on how you use it. Waiting, coordinating with personal savings, and planning for contingencies are all part of creating a strategy that maximizes your retirement resources. Claiming benefits without a strategy may provide immediate gratification, but thoughtful planning ensures you build a secure, flexible, and sustainable retirement, one that lets you retire with confidence and enjoy the freedom you've worked so hard to achieve.